Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, so it's your favorite girls from the Wines and Chocolate Show back again. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
And I am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet. And yes, you are now watching Just the Sip, where we come and see you every Tuesday and Wednesday just to get a little taste before the big go every Sunday. How's life tasting today, friend?
It's going, man. It's going so good. Lots of great things coming down the pipe. We're excited to show you guys. And we had a lot of drama. I'm glad that we are doing this during the week because just not enough hours of the day to get through all this shit.
Ain't really ain't. Especially now because niggas editing nowadays, child. It's just we have to conserve our time. We have to be more, responsible with our time. So, but we appreciate you for making the time to come and see us, whether you're here to see us live or you're back watching us on a replay on some clips. We appreciate you either way for that. Life is tasting pretty good for me as well too. Can't complain, get a little tannic sometimes, and sometimes you need a little, you need a little bit.
Wake
But
you up.
okay, but fine as wine, child.
Yeah.
Fine as wine. We gonna get it.
As they say, you get better as you age.
Right, that
Same thing.
maturation.
Yes,
Yeah.
amen, amen. Well, let's start first with your topic of Kanye West.
It's listen,
You
y'all already heard
he
what I
can't
got.
catch a break, child.
Okay, listen, I'm not here to further rant and rave. I'm just here to, cackle.
Twist the
So
knife. No, I'm just playing.
yeah, yes. Yes.
I'm
We are here
crying.
to just twist it just a little bit to the left, at that
Mm,
little ventricle, you know what I mean? Because, not only did the UK say hell no, not only did Spain threaten you a
mm,
year
mm.
ago, not only is the wireless fest canceled, but like now, I'll scroll up what it say.
Oh, sorry.
But now it says French authorities are exploring legal options to ban
Man.
Kanye West from performing at a June concert in Marseille. The move follows West being denied entry into the UK after he was booked and headlined London's Wireless Festival. So just really quickly, again, shout out to Culture United. Please watch them. They're great panel of people that get really like in depth all this stuff, right? There was a young lady by the name of BK who you remember when one of the guys on the jam was talking about like having to defend India love.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was kind of the energy they were giving. Like we don't like this motherfucker. Like we can't stand him, but
We have
okay, y'all banning him from countries is a little extreme. They
a
think that's like
little.
it's a little too far. And my statement still stands. Like I told y'all last week, I don't give a fuck about him being banned because
Yeah,
you're being banned because of what you did. You're not being
yeah.
banned because you black. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's
right,
not what that is. Now you being black don't help, you
right.
know, but that's not why they're doing it. You have to get your consequence. And if your consequence is this country saying we don't want you there, because that's the thing, they're not stopping nobody else. They're just stopping you because again,
You want some
Europe
fun?
don't do that Nazi shit. They just don't. And that's their government, us as spoiled Americans, spoiled, entitled Americans. We just think we can do whatever we want because of our little raggedy ass First Amendment, go around and say and do whatever we want, and then be like, well, you can't hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to take you to court and sue you over rap lyrics. You feel me? Like it's just people just really be misusing and misrepresenting the First Amendment. But I felt her on that point because yes, there's a thing called precedent. There's a slippery slope and all these other things, especially when y'all not banning the white folks like that. But to my knowledge, white people have not gone out their way to be highly anti-Semitic. And we all know that anti-blackness is global and nobody gives a fuck about that. So that brings me back to the original point of why I don't give a fuck about why this motherfucker. is where he is because you were doing white people things in a black ass body and was expecting a lack of consequence. So I just wanted to add that in there, like, that nigga, you're
I
racking them
mean,
up.
yeah, I see that he, what's it say? Americans, hold on. What you say, my friend? The Americans don't want us to sleep, don't want us to eat. They don't want us to see us taking our brothers off the streets. Okay, I feel like
Okay,
that
come
was
on
a
with that
rhyme.
bar. That was a
Okay, come
rhyme.
on. That was a
Okay, they don't
poem
want to
right
see.
there.
Okay, thank you. I mean, listen, that's just how patriarchy works. That's how white supremacy works. That's how America works. They even go to
Mark.
other countries and do that shit.
I
So
saw that he did take the song down. I don't because I'm just thinking in my head, right? Like what would be the reason to ban him? And I could see it just being like, don't even try no bullshit. Like, don't even try to come over here and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it. Then all of a sudden, yeet, yeet. Like, no, no, that ain't right, And so I saw that he took the song down off the major platforms, but I think people over there probably could still be like, but what if he just decides to do it and then, So I kind of, so banned from performing. I don't really have a problem with banning in general. That's a little over the fucking top. Okay, that's a little over the fucking top. Performance wise, I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah,
give it, like I said, a couple more years. Like maybe not a permanent ban, but like a good 5-year, 7-year pause on performing over here until we can really, get some space between Hail Hitler and new Kanye. Um, so that's just what I think about that. I'm not necessarily against the banning of performing, long as he can still go. Because now that's when I would have a problem. Like, all right, nobody's doing that to
yeah.
anybody else now. But the performing, I'm kind of okay. That's fair enough.
And but also to that because he is such a well-known figure and they know somebody gonna interview talk like it's still we still are not we still you're still not trustworthy enough to even come over because okay say you can't do the show that what is stopping you from doing something else right like you could like start live streaming and shit or whatever and like you could
Yeah.
literally set up like come over there with your own team and you guys are gonna rent out, the Versailles or whatever the fuck you're gonna do, and be like, yeah,
Just
fuck this, you
trolling,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah, like cause
No.
he's a habitual line stepper. He don't take nothing seriously. He thinks like a
Yeah.
child, like, oh, if I just apologize, or if I just say I'm sorry and I won't do it no more, or now if I take the song down after it's been up for what almost 2 years, it's been up for a minute.
I
Cause
mean,
that shit, well, I mean, they was doing that shit earlier this year. I'm gonna say it's been out for a good minute because I be watching Deleted, and that's not his theme song anymore. But that was his theme song for a good little minute, and I didn't know that because I had never heard the
mhm,
HH song. I just only
mhm,
heard of it, so I didn't know how it went. So this
mhm.
whole time, he never played like any verbal parts. He just went dun dun dun. It was just that. So
See?
I just thought it was some background music. I was like, okay, I'm the villain. I thought that was some shit he made up, but no, it's off of that song.
Uh,
So I had been watching that channel for a few months, not even knowing I was
right.
listening to the damn song. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, it's not up there anymore. He's changed it like probably a few weeks ago, but like it was his theme for a minute. So yeah, he just has too many unruly super fans across the world. And like I said last time, we don't trust you. We don't trust you. We can't. Hey, ain't no we can do, homie. You made your bed. You have to lie in it now. If this what these countries say they're gonna do, that's what they say they're gonna do. And I bet you your daddy Trump ain't gonna help you get into these other countries because these other countries don't like that motherfucker either, and they ain't trying to do him no favors right now. Okay.
What else was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, you guys put your thoughts in the comments about what you think. If you think he should be banned, if you think he should not be, if you just let us know what you guys think about the situation. Um, where do you want to go next, friend?
Let's go to one of yours.
Okay, so we can talk about Remy Ma. I thought that was fun. She just put out a track. I'm gonna call it a diss track, even though she didn't put any names on it. Because it's kind of a, what's the word, obvious, who she's
Yeah.
talking about. Um, apparently it's in response, the freestyle WYFL was dropped was because of Papoose claiming on Instagram Live that he wrote 90% of her raps. Now, okay. That I was like, all right, now, Papoose, come on,
Down.
90?
Down.
90. Okay. No. Now maybe 9. I'll even give you 29.
Man, I don't even want to give a nigga that much.
No, because 90 is really fucking insane. Like, that is really so. I don't blame her for having something to say about that. My only issue is this. Be careful, Remy. Just be careful. Because while it is in the moment fun to be in this salacious situation, and you can kind of look at this situation as like, number one, I mean, you did carry the relationship and the money and the things. Okay. We saw that. You was the wife first. Okay. So you got that. You still the wife, technically. And then you're just beautiful, and you have accolades and friends and all that stuff. So I get that in this moment, you're just like, who are these niggas beneath me? And I'm that bitch, and shut the fuck up, you ugly asshole. Like, I understand that. But it's just, I promise, as time goes on and y'all's kids get older and like all this stuff, it's going to come back up. And you want to be careful in these situations, because while it looks all fun and games and stuff like that now, that honestly can really change. Like, even your feelings about these people can change. And you just don't want this stuff to just constantly get brought up. Again, do I understand why you're doing it? Yes, because it's annoying. It's annoying for somebody to come. Even watching fucking, what's her name? Russell Simmons' ex-wife. What's her name?
Oh, Kimora.
Even watching Kimora be like, and I deserve this. And then him coming around and be like, well, I gave you this. It's just like, ew. Like, all of this stuff just looks so fucking disgusting. Again, for the kids to have to go back and just see their parents, even when y'all pass on, doing all this stuff, it's just not going to feel good. Not as good as what it feels like now. Right now, it feels great. It's like, yeah, bitch, fuck you. But right now, it's just not, you know what I mean? So just be careful. That's all I want to say to people out there. I understand, wanting to prove a point. But I also feel like, bitch, we knew that he didn't write nobody's 90%. We knew that. Now, I will say this is my only thing I'll say. When she said, you claim you helping all these people, nigga, help yourself. I said, no. Hold on. It was a good ass rap. I'll tell you what, Remy, you still got it, bitch. Now see, to just get up under a nigga's skin, boy, that fucking talent that you have, you did that shit, bitch. You did that. But I'll be careful. Just be careful, child. I said.
Well, that's that battle rap in her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she that, and this is why it is incredibly laughable for this nigga to say he wrote 90 per. I mean, all shade. You're not. This ain't no Nikki Safari situation. Okay, that was an obvious. We know. We can tell, right? And even no shade to my baby Kim, like, that was an obvious situation where you could tell, because that was Big's like cadence and like style and stuff. Now she took it and manifested this shit.
Yes.
Yeah, and even to Nikki's credit, after they had fell out, she was still out here, making good raps and shit like that. but
Not good.
not ever in the history of Reminisce Martin being out here. Ain't fucking Fat Joe will tell you that ain't true. Rest in peace, Big Pun will tell you that shit ain't true. All them Puerto Rican, Cuban niggas that she be running, they all tell you that is not true. Even Nikki will tell you that ain't true. So even when she's in her right mind, because it's just not. You know what I'm saying? I just the audacity, boy, men, y'all ain't never short on that motherfucking audacity. Y'all short on everything else. And then I guess in the case of Papoose, it's just me spitballing. But you know, when you have a man who did what he did, because not most men would, and
That's right.
how he was praised, I am included in the praising, how we
Yeah.
all praised him for holding it down, and you
Yes.
really did this and that. That can go to somebody's head as well. You
Yes.
know, there's gonna be, oh, like you said about
Entitlement.
Kimura. Thank you. Like you said about Kimura and what's his face, Russell.
Entitlement.
There's an
Yes.
entitlement that starts to come. And it ain't
Yes.
even gotta be no money. It's just the fact that he spent his time where he
Yes.
could have been off
Yes.
doing this and doing that. He could have
Yes.
left you in a lurch. You know, he could have been fucking his girl, this, that, and he didn't do that, you know. And so he feels
Yes.
like he may hold some sort of power because you saw how demanding he was about that baby when she had got out. You know, like
Mhm.
he's like,
Mhm.
all right, you know, I'll wait it. I want my things. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, you know, but I did not listen to the rap.
Okay. Mhm.
I did not listen to the rap because frankly, I'm tired of this whole little triangle. Okay. And then you want to put maybe make it a square, want to put 50 Cent in there every once in a while. I'm just sick of the triangle, right? I'm sick of the he cheated, she cheated, he wasn't paying shit, she wasn't doing whatever the hell. And
Yeah.
then Clarissa just like, I'm just so glad I got a man. I hope I still got a man. Did my R&B song work? Did that help keep my man? So this is all just 360 shitty. So that's why I didn't listen to, because I was just like,
Please let it stop. Yeah.
that, and I take me out the group chat. You feel
Yeah.
me? I know there's still people that want to be involved because you know we just live in an age and an era of mess and
Yes.
messiness, and so people just feel like they gotta you know be involved and
Some more mess
keep the
happening.
needle moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we don't have to do that. You know, I chose to not participate. Now, granted, for editing purposes, I'm gonna put it in here for y'all. But just know that when I put this in the video, this is gonna be my first time hearing it. I might come back and tell you how I feel, but just know that I just mentally checked out on that. I couldn't get involved, bro. But good for you, Remy, because you did look good. You looked real
Okay.
good when Cardi brought you out in New York, girl. Okay, you looked. I mean, because was never an ugly woman. She just looked like she just beat your ass.
Yeah.
But she's never been an ugly woman. She just looked like a woman you just don't want to have too
Mhm.
many words with. You know, same thing with Clarissa. I don't think Clarissa
Yeah.
she was a woman. She's just bulky. She's a
She
fucking
beat your ass.
boxer,
Yeah.
but she beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, more power to her. More power to y'all. But like I said, I'm tapped.
Yeah, I agree with you, friend. Please, in the comments, let us know what you guys think about this situation. Do you feel like Remy Ma was, doing too much with this freestyle? Do you feel like this is just right? I also feel that the whole male entitlement thing, like you were saying, just to kind of also insert Kimura and Russell. My God, I could not deal with me personally. I could not deal with a nigga really feeling like he just gave me everything. Now, do I feel, even in both situations, that they helped each other? Yes, I do. I do feel like that. And that's the part that's sad because nobody's doing anything 100% by themselves. Remy, I'll even say with this, maybe you wrote your raps, but Papoose did help with the image, like of y'all being together and Black love and kind of like boosting y'all as a people, as a brand. I feel like he definitely helped with that. Kimura, I feel Russell definitely had the infrastructure and the whole brand and everything like that, but you helped you know, in terms of your modeling and whatever, like you're
She really just helped him with the fashion shit in Drew. Because let's keep it funky. Russell Simmons is a record,
right,
like he's a label owner,
right.
right? He got into it because of hip hop culture being able to be commodified, and we already saw that everybody outside the culture was already imitating what we wear. So he was just trying to be a good capitalist and get in front of that. But he needed Kimura because he didn't know shit about fashion. He don't know about clothes. He had no relationships with these people that she had. And then she gave us baby fat. Okay. Because of her, she literally gave us a whole cultural moment that we all with our side ponytails,
And we
okay,
got our
or with
fur,
our
we got our
wraps with our
fur.
rat tail combs, okay. Listen, I
Yeah.
there's a girl I went to high school with to this day. She got that baby fat cat on the
Okay.
back
On
on her
the
lower back. Okay. Like it's a thing, it was a lifestyle thing. So yeah, she very much was instrumental, but
mhm,
the reason why he particularly felt entitled is because he was a groomer. Like
yeah,
Kimura was like
16.
16,
Yeah.
and like the women around them with good sense were like, you need to leave her alone. Like, and they were telling her like, don't date him. But when you're young and you're beautiful and you think you got the world ahead of you, and you don't think that age gap is such a big deal until you get into it and you see why it's such a big deal, because he prey men like that prey upon young women for their beauty and the potential that they know they have, and they don't either want them to know or don't expect them to find out about their potential. And that's basically what Kimura did. She's like, no, honey, I'm a bad bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a bad bitch. I'm a model. I was successful. Like even in my youth, I was successful. Before I didn't need you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nice, but
Yeah.
really,
Could have happened.
you needed me more than I needed you. Because quite frankly, you could have got one of these Jezebels, and they wouldn't have did a 15th of what the fuck I did.
And she gave you
So
your kids. She gave you your children. So it was like that does count for something. I mean,
not to them.
I'm not asking for just all of the praise and all of the piece of the pie, but that does count for something. And again, Remy mom, papoose, everybody involved. Y'all have kids involved, and now the kids don't need to be seeing all this shit. They really just don't. Like it is hard for them to see parents going through this stuff. So I'm just Russell, God, my God, just that how very generous of me, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Like seriously. Like okay, we get it. But at the end of the day, nigga, no. Like I just would never I cannot fathom a nigga saying that to me. Like this is in turn young girls, young women. Please have your own. Please. So that you just don't even have to deal with this shit. Cuz it's just frustrating that ultimately I wish nobody would have just said nothing, but you saying shit like that now make me want to say some extra shit about bitch ass nigga I was 16 and da 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 da. Like it's too much. So anyway,
All you gotta do is be the fuck quiet, and I won't
just
air this
be
bitch out.
quiet. At least
Leave me
don't put it on
alone.
the internet. Fuck, for goodness sakes. Anyway,
Well, I mean, what do you expect from somebody who's in another country running from the law on essay allegations?
see that I was trying to stay away from that conversation. I really wanted to know,
No, boom, go
but
to
I get it.
dynamite.
I get
Cause
it.
nah,
It's
nah, cause
part
you
of it.
can't you can't be talking that kind of hot shit. Okay, you
Bruh,
can't be doing
you
that type of
really need
shit,
to
and
just shut
like
the
niggas
fuck
can't
up.
be bringing things up. Don't lie about me. I won't tell truths about you. Like that's how this goes.
And it is hard. It is hard to be quiet because you see all this stuff happening. And if you feel entitled, I get it. But it's just think bigger picture. What the fuck is this really gonna do but really make you look like an asshole? Because it don't make you look like nothing else other than that. I promise you, it don't make you look like the man. It don't make you look like you give a fuck about your family. Like it's nothing positive. Like
Nothing.
it's all fucking negative, nigga. Like you
All.
should have just had the negative feelings inside. Send whatever text on the side, like, bitch, you know, I gave you that bullshit, whatever. I seen what you said, and then left it at that, girl. Anyway, let's
That's all
get
you
to
had to
your next
do.
thing here. Let's talk about Nicki Child because first of all, before we just get into what the fuck you got going on, bitch, where the album at? Where the album at? Now, what the fuck, bitch? It's April. You said some
You
shit in March.
you
Some shit
should be
supposed to happen in March.
shamed for even asking that fucking
I am
question.
shamed, but it's just like I ain't got at the same time. Nah, cause what the fuck, all that you him hawing and hooting and hollering and who shot John and that you did on Twitter. You ain't even got the black ass nerve to give us a single. Anyways, bitch, let me pull up what the fuck you said, cause I
No,
just
it wasn't gonna be shit. That she was only doing that shit because Cardi's album was out, and it did, and it got more praise than she expected. Did it beat her numbers?
nigga.
No, it did not. And so she was just basically taking it upon herself to just be like, well, you know what? The queen's coming back. That I'm guarantee you, that bitch literally looked at her phone, pulled up the calendar, and said, "What's 6 months from now?" That's what she did.
Right,
She said,
right.
"What's 6 months from now? What's 8 months
I'm
from
just
now?"
gonna
Like
pick a random
I'm just
date.
scroll. I'm the 327. Boom, that's a good date. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like she just literally she did that for no motherfucking reason. Like, oh, and remember I told you I seen like some fan was talking about like how she had to tell her man and her kid or tell her man to watch the kids or some shit because she had to go away and process the fact that that album wasn't coming out and she was so disappointed and disillusioned she had to go take time for herself like that's the level of crazy that we're dealing with in the stand-up of
Yeah.
things, right? People are willing to like give their lives for folks. They are
Yeah.
willing to lie. They're willing to spread propaganda. They're willing to just do anything because somebody made them feel special back in the 8th grade, the 9th grade. Like I just y'all gotta leave that the middle school feelings in motherfucking middle school, my nigga. You gotta leave the high school feelings in high school. We're all grown now. We
Yeah.
can easily say, I used to like this artist, but I don't know more because they don't align with me. I like this artist, but I don't agree with what they talking about over here. Or you know what? Fuck them because everything I thought about them was a lie. So
Right.
at some point you're gonna have to go through the 7 stages of grief with this person that you love so much
Mhm.
because you're just turning into a fucking a maniac and it's unfortunate. Can you actually like click on it to
I
make it
think so.
bigger? Yeah, okay, you still gotta make it bigger for me. It'd be so small on my screen. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to do my best Nicki Minaj while I read this.
Girl, I'm not about to play
I'm,
with you.
I'm gonna do it. Hold
I
on.
cannot.
Imagine.
Oh God.
Oh no. Imagine fishing for hours and not catching any fish. Not one. Now it's dark, cold. You're hungry, thirsty, tired, bones aching, disappointed, beating up on yourself, wishing you never came. You've given up. You know, everyone's back home depending on you. And now you have to deliver disappointing news. Then out of nowhere, your best friend appears. You tell him you came in vain. You caught no fish. He tells you to try again. On the right side, you look at him
You
like
retarded.
he's got to be crazy. You've been there for hours. You know for a fact the net will be
Practice
empty
this.
when it comes back up again. You do it anyway. And would you look at that? Not full. Do you realize that your best friend is the final boss? The one who loves and adores you is in charge. The ocean waves turn whichever way he commands. The hearts of the kings are in his hand. My goodness, I love him so much. What? Oh, okay, I'm never gonna do this. But
Okay, bitch.
what a friend we have in Jesus. all our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer.
I really would love to
Bible
hear
school. All religions are welcome to join us, and please feel free to give your own words of love or
Bible school.
wisdom to the congregation. Love you guys. Collection will be taken next week. Limited signups will be made available.
That was entirely too good, bitch. The fuck? Did you practice this shit?
No, just unfortunately, I've heard a lot of this bitch in faces and on that fucking Queen radio, and that's just how
Yeah,
she talk.
you got the download, bitch. Because when you started to
So,
sing, I was like, no, keep going, nigga. No, fuck that.
okay, pull up the second tweet because
Oh,
this is where it as if that
that
shit
was
was not batshit crazy
yeah,
enough.
because it was a lot. Like, what the fuck are we talking about over
So
here?
now,
Bible school.
child. So now Bible school, right? So now she's talking about you can sign up for my rap school in 30 days. Also auctioning something very special to me. Autographs. One of one in the world. The bid will begin at 10 m.m. 10 mi-
Girl,
10
an autographed what?
10
Golden
m.
calf?
Girl, straight to hell. Okay, can you guess what it is?
A
I
golden calf.
love saying I'm going to do something just to watch all the pieces move on the board. Bible school.
Or Bible. Okay.
All religions are welcome to join us, and please feel free to give your own words of love or wisdom to the congregation. She said it again. Love you guys.
The
Collection will
school
be taken next week. Limited signups
collect.
will be made available.
See, this what I'm talking about right here. This what the fuck I'm talking about. This fake ass shit. Anyway, go ahead.
No. Cook.
It's just so fucking fake and irritating. Like, girl, you what the fuck? You talking about Bible school? I thought this was a hip hop rap school. Now you talking about collections and giving away shit. Not even giving away shit. Wanting niggas to purchase something for 10, not 1,000. Not I can't even what's the next what? 100,000? Like we can't even do
100,000.
like it doesn't even compute. It's not even computing. Like seriously, $10 million for what? And then this rap school girl, what the fuck is who's finna come out of it? First of all, it's not gonna be a woman. We know that. We know that whoever goes to this rap school needs to graduate. Ain't no women gonna graduate.
Not a one.
How much is this rap school supposed to cost? What is the curriculum? Anyway, it's just so much, and I just feel like it's because I know. I ain't even gonna say because I know I can't go on tour because you absolutely can, Nikki. You 100% could go on tour, but with what music?
No music. No
And
music.
so this is what we're doing now. Instead, we're doing a fake rap school. And then you over here just trying to be funny in the I mean, whatever, because I know this isn't really a church and all this other stuff, but it's just like you do all this fucking performing for the president and everything else about religion and Jesus Christ and all this other stuff. And here you are playing in the ways. I'm done, child. I really am. She just continues to just disappoint the Sagittarius in me every day, every time I turn around. I'm just like, good night. Like, are you sure you're Sagittarius? Are you sure? Like, it's not Gemini. It's not like, what is your second sign? Because I cannot fathom.
The second sign is fucking crazy.
It can't.
What
be
other sign you gotta go now? I always tell you, as a fourth Sagittarius myself in my chart, that's really it. And I regret to inform you, hey, I mean, listen, Pisces can be trash as well too. I mean,
Well,
Kashan
everybody
Rock,
can be trash, but it's
listen,
just like,
but yeah, but this is your form of trash. That ego, is y'all former trash, and it gets.
It gets
I get it.
this a
But that's why, you have to be, and no matter, just on some side, not even on some side shit, just in life,
yeah.
you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to unlearn. You have to be willing to take actual accountability, which means that you acknowledge what you did, you are remorseful for it, you offer a genuine apology, and you want to make an effective change. You have to be willing to do all of those things, no matter what day you were born. If you don't do it, the shadow side of whatever fucking sign you are will take over.
Yeah.
You will be a lunatic. You will be a crybaby. You will be a thief. You will be a
Entitled.
what entitled. You'll start doing a bunch of crazy shit. And that goes for, like I said, so all the time, because everybody got their own shit, right? But if you don't do your shadow work, it's all going to fall apart. And all the great things about you and your sign will be overshadowed. And like in the case of, in her case, in like Kanye's case, it won't
Creativity.
matter. It won't matter all the great things you did, Africa Bambata. It's not going to matter all the great things you did. Your legacy
Yep.
is trash, So just to give my final opinion, fuck her and that rap school. Bitch, Jermaine Dupri already had the motherfucking TV show. Yes. Listen, they said Billy Porter's breath looked like it was so hot when he did.
Okay, right in this girl's face. Like
Okay. But yeah, no, fuck you and this rap school girl. Like you said, ain't nobody with a vagina graduating that motherfucker. And if they do, they was up your ass so far. That was on some teacher's pet type shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, you no longer have any type of credential to be like, I'm gonna mentor or teach anybody. The times where you did come outside as to mentor somebody, look what you did with Ice Spice. Ice Spice said, "Oh, this bitch is nuts," and you wanted to sign that girl to a slave deal. Heavy you want it, and she was like, "I bet you I won't. I bet you, bet you I won't." And all them girls that you brought up to go up against Cardi and Megan, none of them bitches have gone to any type of fruition. Bia
mm,
is still currently out here getting dragged by her
mm,
motherfucking edges.
mm,
Okay, every night Cardi has been on the stage talking about put 5 Bia songs through your head.
mm, mm, mm.
I'm dead. Okay, like we've had to have a whole fucking Beyonce mute challenge about one of your little flunkies ain't doing shit. So you don't have it, ma'am. Quite like I said before with Safari, you ain't had it for a long time. I've never been an album listener of Nicki Minaj's. I think the only album I did listen to in its entirety was Queen, and that was me, girl. That was my last $2 for you. Okay, that was it. I was already literally hanging on by the thinnest microplastic thread. Okay, I was already hanging on by that, and I said, you know what? I wanna give this lady one last shot. And the album actually was not bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. It could have been mixed better, especially on that song that she had Foxy Brown on. Foxy Brown sounded a fucking mess, and I was very irritated because I was happy to see Foxy Brown on the track because I hadn't seen her on a track in probably a decade at that point. Probably since her doing her Broken Silence. That was shit probably 15 years ago, honestly. So and then at that time, we know that you guys had like a good relationship. You always go back and forth on Twitter, whatever. So we wanted to see you raise up at least one rap legend, female rap legend. And then you did her dirty on the song. She sounded like really low. And yes, Foxy has a deep voice. So that means you're going to really have to turn her up. You got to put her up over the track. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So anyway, Queen was actually pretty decent. It's just that the rollout was awful. And you assisted with that awful rollout by going on fucking Queen Radio and being upset about Travis Scott edging you out of the number one spot because let's be clear. What was that? What was that album? Astro World. Astro World is still a humongous album. It was a very big fucking deal, and you should be upset with yourself that you did not deliver well enough on your product to dethrone him from the number one spot. You were banking on your name recognition and your bars getting you that number one spot. And that ain't how that goes. But when you in that house ranting and raving, you ain't got no friends, as we finna find out. Some other folks ain't got no friends, but you don't have any friends, or you're not a person that is willing to listen and evolve and change, then this is what we get. And this is why you are now grifting and buddying up with this administration and talking about you open up rap schools and Bible studies and ma'am, we don't want none of this shit. You could take it. You could take it. You could take it. We don't want none of this shit. It's gonna fail. That album ain't never coming out. You and that other Young Money motherfucker. Y'all albums ain't coming out. We don't want to hear from y'all no more. You all are from a gone by era because you refused to evolve yourselves.
We're past the torch.
Exactly. And because, like, as much as I was talking about Cole, like, these Cole and Kendrick specifically did what they were supposed to do. They came in the game under, a big umbrella. They made their own stake and claim, and then they started thinking about, what do I do after this? He went and started Dreamville. Yeah, fucking Dream Fest, Dreamville Fest, and also Revenge of the Dreamers. Part 3 is my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's independent. He was going platinum with no features. Like, this was a person that was, at the time, very cemented on, being the best and setting himself apart and rising himself up to be considered a big three, to be rivaling these other guys. And Kendrick, we ain't gotta say nothing. We're still living through what COVID did, unfortunately. So we've seen what he did. Now he has PG Lang, and now he's left the door open for now Doechii can be the lead of TDE. We got Isaiah Rashad coming back outside. Like, I just heard that AZ Chike or AZ Chike is signed to TDE. I didn't know that.
Cheek, but I don't know. I'm just saying because it looks like ass cheek. Like, it looks like he was trying to be funny, and I'm like, is it ass cheek? Like, for real? Because I'm just like, all right, sorry.
No, I never went to ass cheek.
I was like, maybe he's trying to be funny. I don't know.
I didn't think of that, but that's funny. No, I think it's I know it's AZ Chike or Chike, something like that. I don't know. I'm mispronouncing it. I guess I'll put it here somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, like, so anyway, there's people that go to work, and then there's people that go to work and clock in, and there's people that's like, I want to be a supervisor. I want to be a CEO. Like, what I'm saying? There's people that go to work with different aspirations, okay? Yeah. And now this motherfucker sitting in HR suing over what another coworker said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, where are we doing? So yeah, it's an all around 360 bonfire or some bullshit. Don't nobody want that. But literally, right as we were getting off the phone, that shit popped up on my timeline. I'm like, now we gotta talk about it.
Yep. Well, let us know
in the
comments.
Yes. Let us know what you think, what you feel. I know you barbs are gonna come for me. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You can't dox me because you show up, you get what you get. All right.
And you don't throw a fit. Just really quickly about some Real Housewives of Atlanta news, because we know that the show is back on. It's one of the, Real Housewife franchises that's like top tier, right? So Drew Sidora, I know you remember her. She was on The Game. She was, like the mistress of whatever. And
Darwin.
Yes, Darwin. Which she ended up not really being like that, like going too far like the other mistress. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. The conversation I want to have is about how Drew Sidora and her husband Ralph have been going through this crazy divorce for like 2 fucking seasons now. And it was just reported that, first of all, he was in the basement. She was like, basically, you stay in the basement, I'll stay upstairs, whatever. And then we can kind of like go back and forth with the kids. Well, apparently she has been court ordered to move the fuck out. Yes. And to add insult to injury, he has full custody of the kids during the school year. So apparently this is all happening because there were quite a few absences on the kids' behalf during her time with them. And that just really sucks. You know what I'm saying? And as a mom, I understand the want to be it all. You want to be the provider. You want to be the nurturer. You want to be there to kiss the booze. You want to be there to go to work. You want to be there to pay for the tuition. You want to be there, when you have to go to the school things. But you just can't do it all, Drew. You just can't. And another attempt in me to just try to say, y'all, just try. And I know even sometimes you try and it still don't fucking work to get along or whatever. But it's just better, I think, in the long run when you try to just sacrifice whatever egotistical shit you're feeling, where you're like, I want to be the one to take them to school. Well, you see, they're not able to get to school on time because whatever's going on, if it's you're acting or whatever. Because I saw on the episode last night, I think, or the night before, she was like, she has to get on a plane, lives in Atlanta, fly to LA, do her movie or her scene or whatever, fly back the same day. Girl, layovers, flight delays, bullshit going on with TSA. That's just not feasible right now. So you're going to have to lean on this man. I know you don't want to. And at this point, you've been forced to. And that's the part that sucks, because if you would just, again, swallow it, not just take it too far or whatever, because I know when everybody got money, it's so easy to just fall into the trap with the lawyers, and now we just fighting it. No, I got money all day to fight you, and I'm going to get what I want. It does everybody a disservice. It does the kids a disservice because they have to see all this bullshit. It does you a disservice because, quite honestly, you should be leaning on him. That's what would have happened if y'all was together. If y'all was together, you would be leaning on him to help you raise these kids and make sure they get to school. So it's just sad. I hate to see that. I hate to see that you lost your house. Dominique Morgan, child. And it's so funny because I'm such a fan of Dominique Morgan and the DL Whisperer. So I am such in the middle. I just hate that for myself. Which Dominique, she checked me out. She was like, with love, it is not. But I was like, it's okay. I'm not even trying to argue. Just saying. Anyway, Dominique said, girl, you could get on TikTok and make $15,000 a month. Like, you need to get you a little piece of an apartment. Why are you telling people that you're going to be homeless? Because Ralph is basically taking over the house. Girl, you are not going to be homeless. Last thing I want to say about you, Drew Sidora, not that I feel like, again, you deserve this. I don't. However, that fucking episode that I saw where you was having the little boy call his daddy real daddy, that was disturbing to me. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay, I don't watch, so you need to explain that to me like I'm five.
So basically, Ralph was either thinking about adopting. I don't know if he actually either did at this point. But anyway, he was thinking about adopting the little boy that she had in a previous marriage or previous relationship. I don't know if there's or not. And at one point, they were going to do a visit with the real father, and the little boy going around here, yeah, we're going to go meet real daddy. We're going to go meet real daddy. And that's what Drew was calling the man. You ready to go see real daddy?
Okay, wait, but stop. Okay, so Drew's son,
yes,
Ralph, the guy she married, kicked
yes.
her, kicked that house.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to adopt her son while they were together.
Yes,
but
while they were
would refer
a visitation with the real father.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But he would refer to his biological dad as real dad. And then what would he call Ralph?
I think dad. I believe that's what she had him. But what was sending me was like Drew making that name. She was like, yeah, you ready to go see real daddy? like whatever
just happened to Pop. You ready to go see your dad?
I mean, the whole real daddy thing just really fucked me up, bitch. Like it, because kids don't need that much of a
Ugh. And then
differentiation to understand
this
who's
nigga's
real
up
dad
here
and who's
willing
not.
to, he's willing to adopt him. Why would you, like, that's disrespectful. Like,
And that's
I know I'm not your real dad. Like, you don't have to go around and say I'm going to my real father's house. You just say I'm going to my dad's house. I know who the fuck your dad is. And then when you're over here, if you want to call me dad, you want to call me pops, you want to call me OG, you call me something else. I mean, you let the child decide what is getting called out here. Like, but
but
you
what's
being a
even more
weird bitch talking about
disturbing
let's
was it seemed like Ralph was okay with that. That is
apparently
what
not.
just disturbing. Well, back then he was okay with it, but then,
Or
like you said,
maybe that's when the seed was planted.
that this is crazy.
Oh, I'm dealing with one of them. Okay.
Because let me tell you guys, I know that it would be a lot easier after you have a kid to be like, oh yeah, forget that dad. This is the new dad or this is the new mom. It's so easy to like want to do that, but it first of all, you look fucking insane. And then for
Yes.
you people who don't have kids and you let this person do this to you, bet your bottom fucking dollar once you have kids, you're gonna know what the fuck this shit feels like. And you're gonna be sitting up here when you was all real daddy and all this other fuck shit. Or real mom or whatever. You're gonna find out soon once you have once you have your kid of your own. You don't want nobody doing that bullshit. But because you participated in it, trust and believe it's coming back around, bitch. It's coming back around. Anyway.
Just that little part right there just reminds me of Summer Walker when she first hit the scene and she was talking about London on the tracks, baby mamas, and everybody was over there stupid and I mean, basically, I think she said everything was short of like, I'll never be a baby mama. Like, it just was the energy, and it was only for you to end up what baby mama number three to this nigga, 3 or 4, and then to not be with him, and then give him some nigga named Larry, and then make him a baby daddy, and it's just like, hey yo, you can't be in the middle of the storm pointing fingers if you just gonna end up getting wet. You know what I'm saying? Like it just you can't, like, if you're gonna be the tornado warning, you gotta go get in the tornado shelter. You see what I'm saying? I can't tell you the tornado's coming and then I get swooped up like fucking Twister, the
But,
fucking
but,
cow and
but
shit.
these bitches be
Like you feel
thinking
me?
that they can't be touched by the rain. That,
They
that they
keep
can't be
thinking
touched by the tornado. Bitch, you going up in the sky.
just like Dorothy House. Okay, you're going up, and not on a Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. But like I just the hubris of some of these folks, and then to keep engaging with somebody who has children. Because I'm gonna just make this last little point. What seems to happen to what I see happen is that childless people keep dating people with children and not thinking that they won't be next, or like this is a somehow like of a easy situation, or you'll just be able to like, once I get there, the kids will love me, or oh, I bet you his baby dad, her baby daddy won't say nothing. I bet you his baby mama won't run up and like, I don't know what the fuck y'all think. Like the baby mama or the ex-wife, ex-girlfriend is not. She don't give a fuck about y'all, dog. She give a fuck about them kids, and if you are a degenerate, like that's what they really truly care about. And I'm trying to keep you, some women trying to keep the other woman from their fate. It's like, nah, like he's really a piece of shit. It's really not gravy. Like, and then if you take an inventory, if you see how this man is with his kids or lack of, that should tell you everything too. But then again, it'd be this, and all you doing is getting dick down and promised up and
Just
child.
to
But
fall
yeah.
the same fate of the person that was trying to warn you.
Mhm.
And you want to have an attitude, which is just irritating because it's like, but anyway, I'm getting into some other shit that we ain't even talking about. Just like,
But
because
let's talk about it in the motherfucking comments. We just gonna have to
yes, just
talk
hash
about
it
the
out in the
comments,
comments
y'all.
what y'all think about people who have kids, who date somebody who don't have kids, and then what it's like when the person who don't have kids try to be the pretend parent, because that's really what it's cringy as fuck.
Or
Just be somebody that is there for that kid. That's all
mm-hmm.
you gotta do. You ain't got to be stepdaddy of the year, stepmama of the year, doing the most, whatever the fuck. All you really need to be is just another person to love that kid. That's enough. Like that is more than enough. And just not be a terrible person. That's really it. Okay. Do you want to go? We're done with Kanye. Do you want to go the Philly Boss one, or you want to go rock and roll?
Yeah, let's go to this Philly boss thing.
Okay.
So there's somebody on the internet. I got this clip from this person off of Twitter called Philly Boss, but just a little setup before we get to the video, right? So again, you know how I am anytime academics' name is mentioned in a very low glowing manner, like I'm here for it. Like I said, that is my one petty weakness. Anytime that we could just put a foot in the fat of the back of that motherfucker, I love it. So for those who don't know, Ebro Rosenberg and Laura used to be Hot 97 radio personalities for well over a decade. Unfortunately, they were let go by Hot 97 earlier this year due to low ratings, poor performance. And they on the show are theorizing or actually accusing the company of letting them go because of their anti-Trump takes and just not basically effing with the establishment and how they feel about Israel and Palestine and all these things, right? So
Mhm.
whatever the reason is, they got let go. Now a week like earlier this week, or let's just say last week, they had a show claiming that I don't know whoever the powers that be that owns Hot 97, but whoever the powers that be that owns Hot 97 still has not paid them their last check. So they're still owed, from according to Laura, a substantial amount of money from being unceremoniously fired at Hot 97. So then in comes the Kid Mero. We've already talked about that on the show. Like he's bringing New York back, and everybody's excited. And that's when academics decided to, start taking shots at, oh, they're called ELRs, at ELR and also at Kid Mero, calling him a diversity hire. Like he talks like a white man, and I don't understand. Like he talks about these folks like he is not these folks. And it boggles my mind every time this fat bitch opens his mouth like that. So we get to this clip where now um they are addressing that, I guess, well, Drake does not like academics either. He just uses him when he is convenient. So uh fucking what's his name? Academics is like he and Han, he keying on his fucking stream about like how him and Drake had a private conversation where they were making fun of them for getting fired and not having a good studio, not having a studio set up and not getting their last little monies. So he is such a dick rider. He's like, oh man, Drake, he cooked it, man. Let me tell you what Drake said. Oh man, that was so funny. Let me tell you what he said. Like, ew, bitch. And so Drake's little motherfucking joke was about Rosenberg and his setup, and talk about his office is in the kitchen that's in the living room. Like basically is a little space he turn around and he in the same space type of shit. So same thing with like, pipe down pipsqueak and talk about, you wear a size 7, terrible jokes, terrible fucking weak ass cornball jokes. So this video is Rosenberg basically talking about, I think he's going to start off talking about Drake first and then tying into academics. So
I'm just gonna calm down for a second, but I'm gonna play it right now.
The years, and so have I. But like, I remember my relationship with Drake very well.
So does he.
I don't know that he remembers how cool we were. I don't know that he remembers the conversations. Like, I have memories of the conversations. You can hit up academics or whichever new, internet personalities that come along that he always befriends. Because again, trying to fill that void, he's always befriending the next one so they can fluff him up. Always some next 19-year-old vlogger who he can be buddies with. I understand that. But that's not going to erase the Drake calling me and nearly in tears because I didn't like the God's Plan video. Literally screaming at the top of his lungs, nearly in tears, like, my mom called me. Why, blah, blah, blah. Scream. I was like, to the point where like, I held up the phone and looked at my ex-wife like, I don't know what is going on. This man is screaming at me on the phone about my criticism of the God's Plan video.
And that's the video that I said I like because I was defending Drake at that point.
And by the way, and in retrospect, I did think I was a little harsh about it, but I thought my criticism was fair. I thought it was corny. But that was also years into our relationship. Where we had many years where it was like, we were very, very friendly. But the one thing, because Academics has a lot of money. There's no question about it. And, you can see I'm living in just a sad, sad little studio there.
In the kitchen.
I'm living in the kitchen. It's going bad for me. But Academics has a lot of money. Drake has a lot of money. But I have something that neither of them have. And that is called real friends. Neither of those people have friends. If Drake had real friends, the whole battle never would have happened the way it happened, and the lawsuit wouldn't have happened, and all of these terrible decisions that the whole world had their head in their hands about wouldn't have happened, because real friends, not people not staff, not people who live because of you, would have said, my man, don't do that. And Academics, we know, doesn't have friends because look how my man dresses every time he goes on camera.
Peter.
No,
Peter. Come on, stop.
I know he offered to pay our paycheck. My man, pay a stylist. What is the jersey? What is the jersey? And the whole Rosendweeb thing. Yo, bro, you have to come up with insults that might actually like offend me. You can't make something. You know how Ibra always says, they say the thing that's true about them. Like, we know what your life was. You have to understand, my life isn't in comments. I live in the real world. I have been this person since I was in high school. I have been outside my whole life. You can call me dweeb all you want. You are talking about yourself. And I would love for you to come on Validate Me. And I'm dead serious about that. Let's have a conversation about why you don't think you're enough. My man Academics makes probably 30 million a year. He really might. He probably makes a couple million a month streaming. Yeah, for sure. Right? Like that's my guess. My man,
I would hope so.
You're making millions and millions of dollars. Yes, we said we didn't like your content. So what? Like, you're doing your thing. If you're proud of what you do and you're doing as well as you say you are, and I think you are. I'm not one of these people who says he's streaming in his basement and has no money. No, Act does well. He does very, very well. Well enough to pay a stylist. My man, it looks like you walked out of the back of the Source. Like, is that it? I know your name's Academics. Do you have to wear Academics? Well, what? My man, yo, you are the worst dressed man in media. And I am a 46-year-old white dad. And I am stunning on you fashion-wise. And by the way, Drake, you too.
Peter.
No, am I wrong again? Drake, you've got a plane and you can't put together an outfit. My man, you can't put together one outfit with nearly $1 billion?
Anyway, can we move on? It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah,
buddy. Buddy.
I ain't heard nothing wrong.
I didn't either, quite frankly. I mean, from you guys don't have any friends, to you can't dress, to God's plan was corny, to a lot of this would have never happened if people had friends. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything wrong.
I mean, and frankly, that's what your ass get. You know what I'm saying? Because you are always opening up your mouth. That's what I said earlier. Like, people like talking that hot shit. Like, they ain't got nothing going on. Like, we can't pull up receipts or not even no receipts. Like, we can literally just pull up your last stream. Like, come on, bro. But I just thought that was fantastic. I thought it was funny. ELR is having a hard time on the YouTube. They're having a hard time because that presence did not translate over there to them. So they're still getting their stuff up. So somebody like an academics does have space to talk about them because essentially they are now in his backyard, right? He's been doing this for a while. That he went to this because he couldn't cut it in terrestrial radio, and he could barely cut it on TV with Complex. Because honestly, after Joe Budden left, who was the actual
Eyes for that.
actual person with reputation enough to be on that show to be talking. Because no disrespect to the Deska, didn't nobody know who the fuck she was then either.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
both of y'all needed that shit.
More
y'all
than
needed Joe Budden for that shit. Validation. There we go. He gave that y'all the hip hop credibility and validation because before that, did nobody know who you other two were, and not enough to be giving up no commentary. I mean, academics, yes, because he's doing this thing on the internet, whatever, but still not enough to be like, you deserve to really speak about anything in this space. So yeah, but you was like I told Drake, you was never the guy. You was never the guy either. You both, and that's why I think he likes Drake so much because he sees so much of himself in him. And it really bothers him that he won't be his friend because Drake also sees so much of him in him and don't like it. He don't want that nigga to be around because it's a constant reminder that I too am a corny flunky ass bitch that wants to be accepted and liked and seen as tough.
Yes.
Y'all are the same nigga. And guess what? They're opposite signs. He's an academic is a Taurus.
Okay.
And Aubrey is a Scorpio child.
Oh, I was not expecting you to say that. Wow.
Yeah. Listen, what we say, what we just say about the shadow shit, no matter what sign you are, if you don't get a hold of that shadow shit, it's gonna take over. Okay, and it will ruin the reputation of other people in the sign. Okay, so yeah, I just thought this was great. Thank you. Shout out to Rosenberg. Make sure y'all go watch Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg. Y'all help them get their shit up, get their views up, so they can really start sticking it to this little fat motherfucker. Because if y'all gonna encroach on anybody's territory, let it be that little motherfucker right there. Let it be him. Because girl, I mean, he was just guzzle. What did he say? What that dude say? Sucking hog or some shit. Like he was deep throating the shit out of that. And that phone conversation, girl, probably lasted all of 6 minutes. They probably wasn't even on the phone that long. But he just so desperate. He's savoring up every little piece of conversation.
Yeah.
Every little, girl, I bet you when his phone rang, he was like, oh.
Okay. Right.
Hey, Jay. Hey.
Right. What do you need? I'm midstream, but it's okay. I'll pause it.
Oh, you want to talk about Rosenberg? Yeah, he's a dweeb. Just a loser on what I say. So many losers. So many.
Guys, put in the chat what you guys think about my guys' take on academics over here. If you feel like it was wrong, unwarranted, or if you feel, just anything you guys have on academics and Drake in general. Let us know what you think.
Just any further hate.
Yes, it's well.
I'll make sure I put a little heart by it.
Rock and roll. Our last news of the evening of the day.
Hey, so it is now time to induct a new class into the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Love this.
So this is gonna make Gene Simmons even more upset, and I'd love to see it because guess who's getting admitted? Another hip hop supergroup, you bitch, you. All right, so we got Wu-Tang. Yes, we got Wu-Tang. We got Luther Vandross.
Now that is crazy. I like it, but that's crazy that the man is gone and now we finally put him into the. It's fine.
He's been gone.
Right. What the hell?
Been gone. And then we have Sade. Well, to bring some context to this, I do think in order to even be considered, your first hit has to be like 20 years old or something like that.
Oh,
Like yeah, that's why that's
okay.
why it takes a long time to get in
Mhm,
there because in order to be in the Hall of Fame, you have to stand the test of time.
mhm.
So it's like the NBA or the NFL. Like it's like when they get inducted into the Hall of Fame, like you got to put in a lot of work
Yeah,
and retire
yeah,
before we put you in the hall. So that's why,
yeah.
because even some of my white folks down here, I'm like, damn, you ain't in there.
Right.
I'm shocked as well too. So, but yeah, we got Wu Tang Clan, we got Luther Vandross, we got,
She deserves.
and I learned that Sade is not only her name, but Sade is also the name of the band. So
Oh,
it's all Sade.
this was
So
all
her
her.
and the band getting up in there. Okay. Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Okay. My man. And he probably, I have to look this up on my own, but he would be a person that would be inducted twice because he also belonged to a classic rock band called Genesis before he became a solo artist.
Okay.
So like he is of the rare class of people that can be inducted twice. So we also have Billy Idol, Little Rebel, yeah. Mo. When I tell you, like when I think of 80s MTV, I
Mhm,
see that
yeah.
man. I see
Mhm.
him and his lit and his frosty white hair and his leather and shit. Like that is MTV to me.
Yeah.
So Billy Idol. We also have Iron Maiden. They are metal gods. Another type of MTV time capsule thing, if you will. Hell Bent for Leather. That's the only song I know by them, but I at least know who they
You
are,
know
and I
something.
know that they are important.
Right.
Okay. Now this one
It's
I'm
like
not
Jack
so
Harlow,
sure
don't know shit. Sorry, just a little. But anyway.
because that's where you should have took your ass. That's where you should have took your ass,
Yeah.
Jack. You should have took your ass
Yeah.
to rock. Okay, with the quick. If anything, you could have revised rap rock. That that literally could have been the thing for you to do. And we all would have ate that up. We would have ate it up because not only are you a white rapper and you still want to be taken seriously in rap, you also are a white person that has some connection to like rock folks. Like you could have called Fred Durst. You
Not
could have
using your
called
privilege
motherfucking,
correctly.
huh?
Just not using your privilege correctly at all.
Not at all. Like you could have called Fred Durst. You could have called one of them boys from Lincoln Park. You could have called Jonathan from Corn. You could have called anybody. Disturbed, Stained, fucking Good Charlotte for all I give a fuck, nigga. You could have called any of them and said, "Hey guys, let's bring back 1999 to 2001 one time, shall we?" Anyway, how to go off. Now this group I'm not sure. I've heard of these names. Now, the slash is making me think like it's two groups, or like they started off as a group and then ended up as another group. I don't know. That I'll actually I'm willing to put my music nerd hat on and learn about them and see maybe I do know them and I just don't know the songs or whatever. But I've heard of it. I've at least heard of Joy Division and New Order. Didn't know they was the same thing.
Mhm.
And then we got Oasis. Say maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. Okay, I love them. That one and Champagne Supernova, because that's my song. He's like, "Where were you while we were getting high?" Greatest line ever.
Mm.
So then they have some specialty awards. The Early Influence Award for Miss Celia Cruz. Azúcar, okay? The first Afro-Latina woman I've ever like really seen. You know,
Mhm.
like this was a black woman from Cuba. Okay. This is a straight up Afro-Latina woman. I love how they put her and Patti LaBelle next to each other and
Mhm.
they say they were sisters. I love that so much because I'm like, She do look like a Cuban baby. Like it's
Yeah.
funny to me. So she's on there. We have Fela Kuti, who is a very big like um, Afro jazz soul type of artist from mainly from the 70s. He also had a really great Broadway stage play made about him called Fela. And speaking of Patti LaBelle, she played his mom on the Broadway version.
Wow.
So love that. And then we got the Queen. I ain't talking about that pink bitch. I'm talking about the real Queen. We got
Real quick.
Queen
Yes.
Latifah. Okay. Okay, you and I, T.Y. Okay. What was a living and single? Because Mama, she gave us the music, she gave us the movies, she gave us the television. Nigga,
It's
still,
funny.
Cleo is a top 10 black movie character. Okay, the way she went out like a motherfucking G. She was in that car. She's in like
Yep.
motherfucking shit, right? Mm-mm-mm.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
just gonna drive into these motherfuckers,
Fuck
you
it.
know, because fuck,
Oh, yeah.
I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to jail. Fuck that shit. I'm not going. Okay,
I would
y'all
love to
already killed
play
my
a
y'all already
role.
killed my girl. She already died in the car. But y'all done shot my other bitch
I ain't
up.
got nothing to
Oh,
lose, man.
ain't got nothing to lose, bro. So speaking of another queen, we got MC
MC
Light.
Light.
I love how MC Light's career path. She's still able to use her voice, but she ain't got to rap. Mama
Exactly.
just be she's
I
an
love hearing her on
announcer.
the Grammys. And we have Doja Cat coming to the stage next. And after that, we'll hear from blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, MC, go ahead.
Yes, she is an MC. It's in the name.
Yeah.
It's in the name, okay? But you know, so many songs, Roughneck, you know what I'm saying? Georgie Porgy, bro. Even when she came back out in the late 90s, she hooked up with Missy Elliott, because that's the motherfucking cheat code. Missy Elliott put her on a song with Escape, okay? Keep on, keeping on. Hey, hey. To come and change my world. Funny story about that. That song samples Liberian Girl by Michael Jackson. And they said she had to beg that shit too big. Please. Because, you know, he wasn't with that sampling shit. Michael was not really with the sampling shit. Like a
Don't mess
sample
up
from
my song.
Michael, huh?
Don't mess up my song.
Right. Because a sample from Michael is heaven sent. Okay. That's how you truly use that. So if you get a sample, then you know that he agrees, right?
It's a bit, yeah.
So and then we also have Graham Parsons. Not sure who Graham Parsons is. I'm sure I'll just put something here up on the screen so we can all learn who Graham Parsons is. If I had to make an educated guess, it's giving executive. It's giving like maybe he owned a label or like he was just like a really great manager to a bunch of bands or some shit like that. That's my guess. We'll see if I'm right on the screen. And then lastly, we have the Musical Excellence Award that is going to Linda Creed, Arif Mardin, Jimmy Miller, and Rick motherfucking Rubin. And I know that's fucking right, okay? Rick Rubin, speaking of Russell Simmons, Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons were the co-owners and the creators of Def Jam Records. He is the reason why we have 99 Problems and a Bitch Ain't One by Jay-Z. He's the reason why we got Walk This Way with Run DMC and Aerosmith. He's the reason why we got Rockbox. He's the reason why we got he's the reason why we got the Beastie Boys. So he is a very, very integral instrumental part in this thing that we call hip hop. Congratulations to all of the nominees. Well, I shouldn't say nominees. Congratulations to all of the what's the word we can inductees. Yes, congratulations to all the inductees. Actually going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is on my bucket list of things to do because as y'all already know, I'm a massive music lover and not only just hip hop and R&B, but other genres as well. I have a massive love and respect for a good portion of most musical genres. And, you know, I fully intend to skip the Elvis exhibit. I won't be looking at that shit. I'm going straight to Michael. I'm going straight to Prince. I'll even say hi to Aretha's mean ass, honey. I'm just gonna go in there, hit up all the things. You know, the Bee Gees is getting my time. Okay, David Bowie is getting my time. Okay, like there's Michael, of course, there's Michael, the Jackson Five, Jen, LL Cool J, all y'all getting my time. And these inductees are no different. I am excited. I don't know what channel it's coming on. I don't know when or what time it's coming on. We'll get you that information as it's coming up. But I just thought, to cap this off, we really had to talk about the importance of these
Some
people.
greatness.
Yes. So how do you feel about the inductees, Fran?
I love it, man. It definitely it sucks that some of these people, well, I'll just really speak on Luther, like Luther's no longer with us to be able to enjoy this together in the physical, but ultimately, that's not the point. Point is to create, right? And whenever that gets acknowledged, that's not up to us, but ultimately I'm glad to see that. I absolutely love that we're doubling down on, the whole Black people in hip hop thing right now, because y'all running around here and with country and trying to take hip hop now, and it's just a lot. Jazz, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need our people to be recognized, and so I'm very happy to see that. Love me some Sade, love me some Queen Latifah, bitch. Queen Latifah, Jesus Christ. Okay, like, people that should have been in there, but it's fine. You know what I mean? That's really not my qualm, because whatever, bro. Like, people are going to always try to discredit and make us take forever to be acknowledged or whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm so grateful to the people who, through it all, ups, downs, not being recognized, all those things, you just continue to create and you continue to give a fuck about your legacy and us, because now we get to celebrate you. And, and you're here or not, you know what I mean? We're going to celebrate you. And so congratulations.
Yes. So one last thing, girl, speaking of legacies and all that, I read that Mariah Carey was snubbed. It's like the third time. And I'm not quite sure I understand that. It's just like I feel like Mariah Carey is like a first ballot type of Hall of Famer. I feel like, of course.
And who the fuck is she even beefing with? Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, who could possibly be like, nah, not MC? Like, nigga, what?
And what's so crazy is that she worked with, well, not technically the whole Wu-Tang, but she worked with ODB on one of her most famous songs. Like, it just would have made sense. Like, and they could have got up on stage and did like a fantasy tribute. Like, y'all are, people don't know the culture. They really miss out on just important, viral moments that they could be having, and then maybe, just maybe, since she already had her own celebration earlier this year, maybe they're like, well, she already had one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll on the next ballot, we'll get on the next ballot. Because, what I also know is that during these induction awards is that they also have people perform. If they don't perform their own stuff, then they'll have people come out and perform for them, right? And we saw how that went earlier this year.
Yeah.
And some folks was, so it just, I guess, maybe she already had her time this year. They was like, we'll try it again next year. But them other times don't make no sense though, because she should have been in there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she should have been in there since like maybe the 2010s, possibly. I feel like that's a little.
That's a little late, but yeah.
So yeah, y'all stop playing with my girl Mimi. Okay, she needs
put in the comments what y'all think. Should Mimi have one?
And then and not even just her. Who else do you guys think should be in the Hall of Fame? Now, keep in mind, like I said, the rule is 20 years from their first like commercial hit. So it has to be somebody who is legacied up, somebody who got a little age on them. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
Lil
Somebody that
Yachty.
no, it can't be
Not
nobody who came out 2010.
no,
Not
no.
somebody even 2005, bitch. Nah, like something. I think the cutoff right now is
90.
like late 90s.
Yes.
You had to be well established between the years of
99 is your
97 and
cutoff.
99.
Mhm.
Yeah, you had to get started
Mhm.
then. Okay, not yet. Either you was established, you was already started.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I wonder who else is not on there who I can't think of. I'm like,
Mm.
you know. But I'm excited. I'll figure it out whenever it's coming on, and I will be watching.
Yes, and I hope you all continue to watch. You know, we have some awesome clips up. We'll have some more up this week. Please like, comment, subscribe on all of them. Follow us on all the things at the Wines and Chocolate Show. Make sure you put S's on those wines and chocolates. I don't know that we have any current church announcements yet. Soon, but not yet.
Soon.
Yes.
Well, we're working on we're
announcement.
devising something,
Yes,
and then
creating a plan.
we'll announce it.
That's right. So if you all are
Because
paying
life comes at you fast.
I'm telling you. Y'all are paying attention, then you will, you know what's going on. But anyways, saying all that to say thank you again for watching us. Check us out next Thursday. I believe we will be on. That's the plan. If not, check us out on Sunday nights here live. And yeah, follow us. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
And I am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you have had just the sip, and we will taste you later.
Bye.